Hi y'all. Tonight's video I'm going to show you how to make a wet pallet. Why you need a wet pallet? Keep your paints wet, so you don't have to keep adding water to them so they don't dry out while you're working on your models. A wet pallet can even keep paint for a long period of time if you keep it covered between sessions, and you can add it to a refrigerator to make it last even longer. So that's what a wet pallet looks like, and now I'm going to show you how to make one. Okay, first of all, you're going to need some kind of little pan, just something with some edges. It can be any kind of baking pan. I'm using a foam pan. You buy them by the 100 pack at the grocery store. Okay, so next thing you're going to need some paper towels. Okay, I usually take 2 full-size paper towels. This is one of those short sheet crap. So I'm going to take about the equivalent of 2 paper towels and fold them up to about the width of what I got here. Okay, I'm going to hold it with my hand there. So I got about the length of it. I'm going to cut it off with a pair of scissors. So then I got a paper towel about the same length and about the same width as the bottom of my pan. I'm going to put it in the bottom of my pan. I'm going to add water. It really doesn't matter how much water you add, just wet thoroughly the whole paper towel. Because here's how you regulate the water. You take it over the top of a trash can or sink, something like that, you pour it out. Now you see a water stream coming out. You wait till it gets down to about a dribble. See the dribble? Then you flip it over, all the way over, until another corner is pointing down the opposite corner. You see that stream start coming out? And when it turns to a dribble, just a drip, you flip it back again. Once you've done that twice, it's regulated. Now you're ready to add the magic ingredient, and that's parchment paper. Okay, this is some Reynolds parchment paper. I think they use it to bake cookies. Anyway, I don't know how that works, but paper in the oven, I'm not going to do it. But parchment paper. So I've taken a piece of it out. It's a little bit waxy. Doesn't really matter which side. Then I'm just going to cut a piece of it off that's a little bit smaller than the bottom of my pan. It's really not important to get it exact. Okay, and now I have a piece of paper. And it's going to curl either way you put it. So you can put it down like this, the way it's curling. You can put it right side up. You're going to see how you have to flatten it. So you place it on the wet paper towel, and then you put your hand over it. Rub, 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 rub. See how it's curling? It's going to want to curl on the edges up. So you're going to have to rub it down. You're just holding it, rubbing it down with your finger. You see how it wants to curl. Once it gets impregnated with the water, and you see, as I'm rubbing my finger across the parchment paper, it's damp but not wet. If I go over here to the paper towel and rub it, I mean my finger's wet. So water is coming through to wet your paint, but your paint can't go through onto the paper towel. And it keeps it suspended, and I really don't know how it works, some kind of osmosis. But now, you just place any kind of paint on top, and it will hold it for a long period of time, and really there's no need to dunk in the paint afterwards. I mean, you're going to use a lot less water coming out of the pot to try to thin your paints up, because it's going to almost pre-thin your paints for you by using this wet palette. Like I said, you can use it for your entire paint session. It'll last for hours and hours, just like this, hours. Or, you know, between sessions, you take another little top. Like I said, they sell these at the grocery store about a 50 or 100 for a couple of bucks. Put that over the top. I put a couple little pieces of tape here, or even not. Shove it in the fridge, and man, it'll keep till the next day. And you know, with the expense of these little GW pots, man, you got to make every drop of these paints go as far as you can. And you know, a lot of people say, once you work with a wet palette, you'll never go back to a dry palette. Well, you're going to go back to a dry palette when you need a dry palette, but you're going to use a wet palette a lot. Once you start doing it, you're going to love it. Okay, see y'all.